I meant to do this yesterday, but, you know, it still get out today. We have a new volume cover for Eden Zero, so time to do as I've been doing and compare it with the volume numbers of Fairy Tail and Rave Master with the same numbers. And I I have to be, like, brutally honest. None of these covers are bad, but it's such an unfortunate follow-up from the last volume cover, which I still personally think, up until this point, that was the best one. Like, each series on volume 12 has a really good volume cover. And obviously going after, like, a really big arc, Mashima likes to have, like, very comfortable cooldown periods and whatnot, and they kind of just laying things out before things get crazy again. Like with Rave Master, it was, when they were, finding about, like, mermaids and stuff, and they were kind of just swimming and doing general, they're just doing your general adventure stuff, and then they came across mermaids, like, trying to find the Rave Stones and whatnot. I don't remember the exact full-on wording, but I just remember the scene itself, even, like, how they, like, interacted and met for the first time. But all the stuff leading up to that, like climbing the cave and the little evil Haru. But Fairy Tail, obviously, that's what's leading into the fighting festival. You have Gajil and Julia on the cover, them being new members of the guild. New faces you hadn't really seen up to that point with Bixel, Evergreen, and Freed. And then obviously Laxus as the main antagonist for that arc. He was the villain. So this is like a really nice, comfortable one for each of these series, because Eden Zeros is right after everything with Drac and Joe, and they went into was it Red Cave, I believe was what the planet was called, but at the start, like, they were just kind of like having a good beach chapter, like, you didn't have the background, it's all lit up, very nice, sunsetty like it was in that scene. I really like each of these, but it's weird because, like, the last one I think was a lot longer than most of my normal comparison videos go, like cover comparison videos do, and part of that is because it was such a really good cover for each of them. Like, I was super stoked to do that one. This one's just really nice and actually fits really well with the new music that I wanted to switch, because I wanted to have this be more of like a casual song. So it's all kind of just like I'd say, like, just talking about the concepts, like, at the same time they're all like the same. Like, nothing really crazy for each of them. It's just setting up stuff. You got some new faces for each of them, like, leading into them. I guess Eden Zeros doesn't really have any new faces, because you would have already met them all by now. Because obviously, like, Julia and Gaja weren't new, but this was obviously where Big South Freed and Evergreen came into the series and whatnot. And I don't know, man. I'm trying really hard to, like, figure out exactly what I want to go with, because even color-wise, they're all really good. It actually also, just as a side note, it is really funny that Eden Zero and Rave Master both had sort of beach stuff going on in their Volume 13 cover. Rave Masters was more like they just kind of ran into it all in a coincidence while just kind of passing by and doing their stuff. Whereas, like, Eden Zero, they went there for a reason. I'm trying to remember exactly if there's any, like, small Easter eggs in this volume cover anywhere. Like, that right now, to me, maybe might be the deciding factor, because I don't really know otherwise, like, what is the big thing gonna be for, in all this, like. I think the only thing really with Rave Master is, like, you have Haru, Plu, and I'm trying to remember her name, Cecilia, Selly, I think is her name. Yeah, it was always close to, like, a normal name, and I knew someone. Actually, it's kind of weird because Cecilia isn't a very common name, but I knew somebody named that, so to me it was somebody that I actually can reference to, so it sticks in my head more probably the most, but. I kind of want to give each of these a tie. Like, there's nothing crazy for each of them. Like, I don't have any, like, wild jumps at, like, anything going on. I'm really wondering about Volume 14, because Volume 14 is actually going to be, I think, a lot more hype. Like, you have stuff with, what was it, the Doryu Squad and all those, like, getting mixed up with the whole mermaid rescue, and then Fairy Tales of the Fighting Festival, and then Eden Zero's stuff on Forester with the B Squad. I think those ones are going to be much better. These ones aren't, like I said, these ones aren't bad, but they're just very kind of normal. And I'm trying really hard to kind of figure it out, because even talking about the colors, I like the kind of straightforwardness of the early Rave Master, but I like Fairy Tales is more of kind of like a very calm just setting to it, because it obviously, like, there was a very calming time right before everything was going to the Fighting Festival, and then Eden Zero has a really nice lighting effect in the background, obviously referencing the scene, but I feel like them being there, like, on the beach in general is kind of like a reference scene. It's not like we get anything to kind of, like, reference, you know, stuff that was later happening in the arc or anything that kind of, like, bigger jump down. I guess, actually, the only thing really for, like, the fairy tale one is, like, the cheerleading outfit Lucy. Actually, no, because wasn't that what she went on stage with? I'm trying to remember because Lucy's was no, because she was gonna do a dance with her like Virgo and some of her spirits, but yeah, I kind of want to just give them all a tie. It's kind of surprisingly unintentionally ending out 2020 on a really solid kind of positive note. I think I'm just gonna give each of them a tie. Like I really like each of these, and there's nothing kind of crazy about each of them that really gets me that hype. So I'm gonna give them all just kind of like on that equal standing. Volume 14, I think, is going to be crazier. Like, Volume 12, I knew for a while. Before we even got to the Eden Zero cover, which then we got it, and it was really good. It met up with expectations. But I was like, man, those are going to be really good covers to talk about. And these ones, I didn't actually look ahead at all for this one. I'm going to look at 14 and kind of figure out, like, maybe 14, the level of general hype that I'm going to have, kind of just, like, talking about the future really quick. I know I have the Fairy Tale volume 14 cover saved somewhere. It's kind of in a background folder or something. Let me see if I can find it. Volume 14 cover. Oh, it's got Mirror Jane on it. That one might not be too crazy for Fairy Tale either, too. Either way, we'll see. We'll see the next one. I'm fine with that. Like, if we can get, like, if it's, like, down to it, like, one, like, if the Eden Zero one is crazy, and, you know, you've got, like, a Mirror Jane one, and then stuff kind of, like, maybe, I don't remember that Eden Zero, or the Rave Master one off the top of my head. I'll have to go look at that, but if it comes down to, like, Eden Zero maybe gets a really good one, then it is what it is. But other than that, like, Fairy Tail just doesn't have the crazy one in this whole setup. So anyway, other than that, though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts are about this, and tell me your thoughts are about everything kind of going on with these volume covers. Do you have a favorite? Because for me, none of these, like, I enjoy all of them, but none of them really stand out for me. But other than that, though, comment below, thumbs up the video, friend the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate everybody's already subscribed. Thank you all for listening. Bye.